It's the first stop on the Irvington Ghost Tour, and it's no wonder. For over a century, the Irvington Theater has been the center of the community.
The theater opened in December 3rd of 1913, had 525 seats. It was much different than what you see today. It was a little one-story building. It was 50 feet shorter. There weren't the shops on the other side. This was one of the last neighborhoods to get a movie theater. The neighborhood was kind of concerned that their children would be corrupted by these Keystone Cops and Charlie Chaplin kind of movies, so they tried to show educational movies for the first period of time, and I don't know exactly how long that lasted.
The original theater closed in 1923 when former manager Charlie Walker bought the theater, renovated it to its current configuration, and reopened it in 1926.
The theater in 1913 was very different. No electricity, probably no plumbing, probably crank projectors, small seats that most of us wouldn't fit in. The screen was probably about as big as a big screen TV is now, and they showed very short films. A long film would be 15 minutes. When the theater was redone in 1926, at the time, projection was a very dangerous job, so the projection booth had to be enclosed in concrete or metal. So they created a second floor for it and added a projection booth. So you'll see the 4 holes upstairs. So that's one of the major changes that they made, and some of the things that you'd kind of see in here if you looked around. One of the stories that I've been told is that there's pumps and things down in the basement, and they used to run water down the back of the screen and had fans. So they'd run chilled water. That's how they air conditioned the place. The theaters were kind of the center of life at the time. So from what they tell me in the 1920s, 1/3 of the population of the country would go to a movie theater at least 3 times a week. You came here for your social life and for your entertainment and for your news. So this was kind of the center of the neighborhood.
The Walker family ran the theater until 1969, when changing technology and a fading attendance forced its closure. For the next 40 years, it shifted from owner to owner until Dale, an architect by trade, bought the building in 2008 in an effort to restore it to its former glory.
It's a neat building, it's a neat piece of history. So I've always had an interest in it, and it literally sits in our front yard. The other part of this that I enjoy is when architecture can kind of tell a story. And that's part of our plans, is to restore portions of it, leave portions of it kind of a little deconstructed, and then, kind of tell that story of time. That's the fun part about history. It's all there, but nobody will dig through the surface to find it. So we do a little digging here and there. You start thinking about some of the people who have been in here, and then you hear all the stories of the people, the first kisses in here, and all the first dates and all that. And you feel almost an obligation to keep something around for them so that they have those sorts of things.
And Dale feels an obligation to build new memories for this generation, holding poetry readings, art exhibits, and band performances, in an effort to make the theater the center of the neighborhood once more. Each year, the theater is a key role in the Halloween festival, hosting spooky stories, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and of course, the Irvington Ghost Tour.
Probably one of the most interesting moments was when I first owned it, and they brought in, I think it was 2 psychics, and they were just coming out the doors, and I was just coming in, and I said, "What do you think?" And they go, "There are 28 spirits in there." Just kind of blown away first that they could count them. And I guess they all lined up. I don't know how it went. But just just kind of the depth of the spiritual side of this, the ghost side of this, it's all very interesting to me. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. What I like about the whole thing is we can't answer the question. But people have had all kinds of different experiences in here with all kinds of different things, and I think it's neat that you can kind of let your hair down here, whether it's dressing up in fishnet hose or whether it's saying, "I believe in ghosts," reading your first poem. We've had a lot of first-time musicians in here. It's just nice that you feel comfortable enough to do all that in here. I don't know how it works, I don't know why it works. It might be these ghosts in here who are helping me out. I have no idea, but it just seems to work.